Hey guys, welcome to another edition of our daily challenges, and today we have a sentence taken from Divergent with a quote. So without further ado, let's do what we always do, and that is divide our sentences up according to punctuation. Here we go. There's a period right there, and we have a question mark and a period right here. Perfect. So as you guys can see, quite a lot of sections broken up. Again, when I see commas right away, I will consider dependent and independent clauses being here, as well as I see a which is going to be a relative pronoun, so a relative clause. A very simple sentence here, and we have a quotation with another simple sentence right there. So let's go for subject predicate. Remember, our is always a possessive, so we can identify it right away. And we have our subject classes. Okay, now once again, predicate are. Now, as you could see, this could be a linking verb or an auxiliary verb. It all depends on what's next. And we have cut. A cut could be a noun, but it could also be a verb. And what we see here is a predicate that is acting on classes, right? So if I'm going to ask you a question, what is being cut? And you're going to say classes. This is a classic passive verb, because it's acting on the subject, okay? So right away we know passive verbs do not take a direct object. So our classes are cut in half today. Comma. We have a result. With the result that we, subject, and we have attend, will attend. See, there's the auxiliary for future, attend. Then we have which. Now, remember, relative pronouns will take a case of their own. In this case, this is our subject, which, and predicate, take place. Okay. Again, place could be adverbial here in nature because it's a verb to take, but take place is perfectly fine if you underline it all as a predicate. And again, same thing here. My, don't forget, is a possessive. Heart is our noun, but rate is also what we're doing. So the rate is our main subject. Heart, in this case, is modified rate. Is. And then we have an adverb already. Then we have elevated. So once again, you see this verb which is acting on the subject. So if I'm going to ask you what is being elevated, and you're going to say heart rate, so the subject is being elevated. Another passive verb, so this is two passive verbs right here. Next, we have a subject you, aren't or are not. Okay. Linking verb this time because we have at all right there as our adverb. And then we continue on to I, ask, as another subject predicate. So this is all we could identify right off the bat, right? Let's go on to our first one. So our classes are cut. Remember, passive verbs don't take direct object. So we have in as a preposition, half. Okay, so half is our object of the preposition. Today is an adverb. When is this happening? Today. Okay. So we will attend. What will we attend? We will attend all, in other words, all classes, because we have a possessive of them. Okay, so this is a possessive predicate. Adverb here before what? The aptitude tests. Now, if a subject followed this in a predicate, this will be taken as an adverb, but because we have just a noun, this is a typical preposition with tests as our object of the preposition. Aptitude is just an adjective. Then we go which take place, again, when? After lunch. Okay, preposition, object of the preposition. If, let's say, I would say which take place after I will do my homework, now this becomes an adverb. So be very careful what follows your after befores, okay? Next, my heart rate is already elevated. That's pretty straightforward here. You aren't what? aren't worried, which is the predicate nominative, about. Okay, now about in this case is a preposition, and then we have the start of an indirect question. Okay, because what fits with the object of preposition here, but it's also the direct object of what they will tell you. So here is the they, and predicate will tell. Okay, now you want to say, oh, Mr. G, but this is probably the direct object. No, because they are telling you what to you. Okay, so they're telling you something to you. Of course, you can ask, what are they telling you? This here is going to be your indirect object, okay? And this is acting both as the object of the preposition and as a direct object to what they will tell you in the indirect question. This one I ask, who do I ask? Caleb, okay? That is the direct object right there. All right, last but not least, the verbs. So again, like I told you guys before, we have met another set of passive verbs. We'll get to those right now. So our classes are cut. Classes is third person. Plural. It is present. And the only reason I can tell it's present is because of the R. It's simple. And it's passive indicative. So it's not active, it's passive. All right, we will attend. So we got first person, plural, future, it's simple, it's active, and it's indicative. And we have which take place. So which would be third person. Well, we might as well just use this one. Third person, plural. Now, why do you think it's plural? Because it's classes. Okay, it's tests that this is modifying. Okay, so these tests will take place after lunch. So third person, plural. Present, simple, active, indicative. Okay. Think about this, guys. When I'm looking at the relative clause here, never forget that the which or who or whom will always take its own noun case. And the plurality here comes from the tests. Okay, so the only way we know that this is plural is because it belongs to tests. That's why we call it the relative pronoun. It's related to a noun it modifies. Okay. All right. Next, we have heart rate is elevated. So heart rate is elevated is our next passive, third person. It's singular because it's one heart rate. It's present. It's simple. It's passive, and it's indicative. I also like the way that this moves from the future, we will attend all of them, and then it switches to a present simple. And remember, we talked about present simple as statement of fact. It's pretty much just saying that, generally speaking, aptitude tests happen after lunch, okay? When we will attend all of our classes, or before we attend all of our classes. You are not worried, second person, singular, present, simple, active, indicative, linking verb. And they'll tell you is a third person, plural, future, simple, active, indicative. And then last but not least, I ask Caleb is a first person, singular, present, active, present, simple, active, indicative. Amazing, guys. This is lot of verbs, as we've seen, tons of different ideas, but keep in mind relative pronouns, result clauses with the so here, and the passive and active verbs. Guys, have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.